Hello and welcome back to Medium Rare, folks. My name is Rag Reynolds, and today I want to just have a short chat with you all about something going on here with Ubisoft and their new Assassin's Creed game. So, if you're unaware, Ubisoft just recently released the new Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is a Viking-based Assassin's Creed game. I haven't personally played the game yet, although I do intend to. But anyway, this video has nothing to do with the actual game itself or how good it is. This video has more to do with a specific reaction to this game. So you might have heard by now, but on Twitter, there was this user, Courtney Craven, and this person is a accessibility advocate. Anyway, take a look at this tweet. I didn't include this in my Assassin's Creed Valhalla impressions piece, but it's equally important to address. This is a character description in the game. It's absolutely unacceptable to talk about facial differences this way. Writers for games and otherwise need to do better. And so, what's so horrible that was said here in the game? What's so horrible of a description said that's somehow ableist or whatever? Let's see. Horribly burned in a childhood accident. Eeyore for wine is terrified someone will see her disfigured face. She relieves her fury with bursts of violence. I don't know about you folks, but when I read this, I am not thinking, wow, Ubisoft, you people are pieces of crap. How dare you describe someone with burn marks on their face that way? Especially, folks, when you start thinking, this is a game about Vikings. Do you know anything about Vikings? These are people who used to travel the world and rape and pillage villages of innocents. And you're worried about someone describing a face as disfigured when it actually is disfigured from burns? That's not me trying to have a go at anyone who's burnt. I think that's horrible that that's happened to anyone that's actually happened to, and that they have to go through their life with whatever issues come with that. I completely understand that, and I'm completely sympathetic to any struggles they go through. But folks, this is just a matter of fact explaining a character. I mean, this is a character they're describing here. This isn't about other people even saying that this character is disfigured and horrible and terrifying. Okay? This is actually this character themselves thinking that. This is a character who acts out with fury and violence because they're ashamed of their appearance. This character is the one who's actually terrified. This character is the one who's self-conscious. And I do believe this is something that a lot of people with similar issues with burn marks or whatever do face. And there are people in the replies to this saying, yeah, I know people who are burned, or myself, I have similar burns on my face, and this is very much a thing that I go through, where I feel ashamed or terrified or embarrassed and don't want other people to see my face. Anyway, in response to this, the Assassin's Creed account actually responded saying, thank you so much for pointing this out. We apologize for unintentionally reinforcing ableism through this language. We will remove this language in an upcoming update. The world has gone mad, folks. The world is lost. I am at the point where I'm just giving up on humanity. Seriously. I understand wanting to be inclusive. I understand wanting to be sympathetic and wanting to be careful not to purposely upset people just for whatever. I get that to an extent, okay? But when you're going to the lengths to actually just ignore reality, when you're going to the lengths to censor language that is not ableist in the first place just because someone says it is ableist, I am flabbergasted. I feel like I say that all the time these days. I'm constantly flabbergasted. I'm constantly shocked. And I shouldn't be shocked. But for some reason, this stuff keeps shocking me. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that character description from the game. Nothing wrong in the slightest. Now let me read you some of the other replies to this tweet. As someone with facial burns, frag scars, and other surgical scars on their face, I respectfully disagree. It's not damaging. It's descriptive of how the character feels, not anyone else. This is projecting. And that was replied to by someone saying, I would feel like it's a reflection of how someone who has these burns and scars would feel, and would make that more relatable because don't we all as humans have these fears of our flaws? I mean, I just think this entire thing is so ridiculous. I mean, if you're going to call Ubisoft. You're going to say they are now ableist for putting this language in here. Are you going to call the dictionary ableist? Because, you know, if we look at, for example, the Cambridge Dictionary, if you go online to the Cambridge Dictionary and look up the definition of the word disfigure, there is a description here. To spoil the appearance of something or someone, especially their face, completely. Example, she was horribly disfigured by burns. So is the Cambridge Dictionary ableist as well? Are they ableist for using that example in their description of the word disfigure? I don't think so, because we live in reality. We don't live in a little make-believe land where every single thing is ableist just because you don't like it. If I'm coming off as too patronising here, that's not entirely my intent. I'm just so fed up of all this nonsense outrage over nothing. Every time I log on to twitter.com, it is just tweet after tweet of outrage over nothing. And I, for one, am sick of it. I am sick to death of outrage culture. I'm going crazy, folks. I'm going crazy here. I think outrage is great when it is necessary. Outrage against bad people. People who prey on others. Criminals. People who actually do bad things. Outrage against those people, warranted. Human rights violations outrages, warranted. But outrage over a game company accurately describing a character in a game, just because you don't like it. My lord, I am so sick to death of this crap. And this is just one of many examples. We see this stuff non-stop, and that is what I'm so sick of. I'm fed up. I'm so fed up. It pains me to talk about this, but it annoys me so much. Folks, maybe you disagree, and if you do, let me know why in those comments. Do you think this is ableist? Tell me in those comments. I am always happy to hear opposing views. Anyone who knows me knows that my main thing is always to try and listen to every point of view I can possibly find. If you disagree with me, that is okay. So let me know in those comments down below what you're thinking about this story, whether you agree or disagree, and just, yeah, what do you think of this whole outrage culture in general? Because I, for one, am sick and tired of it. Anyway, folks, leave a like on the video if you liked it, or dislike if you disliked it. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here, and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted of any of my future uploads. And until next time, my name is Rag Reynolds, and this was Medium Rare.